Aries, and welcome to your reading for January 2022. We have made it through 2021. Let's have a look at 2022 for you, Aries. This is a really big month for you. There's a fair bit going on. So I'm going to start with something exciting for anyone who's single. The middle of January looks really great for new beginnings with romance. So when there's an invitation coming through for a date, or some invitation to meet or something like that coming in the middle of January, please go, because I've got new romance, and I also have my Queen of Pentacles around it. So some really nice abundant cards around this romance that's coming in the middle of January. So that's very nice. If you are in a current relationship that's a bit flat, then that just means we've got reignited romance in the relationship that we are currently in. Now, when it comes to, let me go back to the start of the month. I just had to get that out of the way because it was really nice. The start of the month is starting out with you being very tired, overdoing things, and just kind of feeling a bit flat. But I'm okay with that, because you kind of get it under control a little bit as I go through January, and not far into January, it looks like you are starting to go out and socialize a bit more. I remember telling you last month that I didn't see a lot of fun in your spreads, but it is popping into this January spread, which is really nice. So I've got a good balance here between you going out and socializing, and then you pulling back and being on your own as well. So I've got a nice little balance going on. This is all happening in the first half of January, and that's where that sort of romance pops into play as well. So if you're single, you're probably out and about with friends and just having a nice time, and you meet someone while you're out. So the first half of January is looking quite calm, quite peaceful. You're just going along, doing your thing. I've got celebrations around this house thing that I kept talking about the last couple of months. I'm not going to talk about that too much for January, because it's not making a big hit for me. It's just there. I've got celebrations around it for you. Now, there is something happening in the second half of January though, Aries, and this is big. I have some really, really big cards here. So my majors here around the last half of January are the Tower and the Hanged Man. So this is big changes coming in quite abruptly and quite suddenly. So what are they about, you ask? Well, let me tell you. I've got good news and I've got bad news. So I don't know what to say, because I feel like there's some aggressive energy coming towards you in the second half of January, but then somehow it works out okay. So I guess we're just going to have to wait for that to happen. If you have any loved ones around you that have recently gone to spirit, passed over, I feel like this is a really important time for you to connect with them as well. So if you're having any feelings around the second half of January where you think you can feel, see, hear, or notice that your loved ones in spirit are giving you signs, it's very, very strong in the second half of January. So I'd like you to sort of lift your intuition and your awareness around signs from spirit. Now, signs from spirit can be in many, many forms, and we are very good at missing them. So if you want to be more specific about the signs that you want, ask for a specific sign. It can be a type of animal, a type of car, a feather, like anything like that. And you can ask for it within a certain time limit. So you can ask, say, let's say it was your mum. You say, "Mum, I want to see a feather at the back door in the next 24 hours, or I want to see a penguin in the next 24 hours. You know, something random that you don't normally see." And I just feel like it's very important for this spiritual thing to happen for you in the second half of January. So I like it, but it's also quite overwhelming for you too. So there must be a real sense of grief and sadness still lingering with you around this, and it's going to bring up some grief, but it's also going to bring some happiness at the same time. So please grasp all those signs. When people pass over to the other side, they're always happy on the other side. They're always at peace. It's a very, it's a question I get asked a lot. Are they at peace and are they happy? Yes, absolutely they are happy. They are at peace. They're with their spirit family on the other side. and they hang around us all the time protecting us. Anyway, that went on a bit, but I just need for you to be open about those signs and things that you're feeling in the second half of January, that it is actually spirit coming through for you in that time. So I'm finishing up the end of January with a nice little trip for you. So I feel like it's really nice time for you to get away and go to the water. It's sunny, there's water, because what's happening is by the end of January, you're getting right back into the swing of getting back to work, getting a bit sort of caged in with work and everything like that. So if there's anything I want to say to you about January, it's probably just roll with it. Just roll with January as it comes, because there's a lot sort of happening, even though they don't seem significant. It's all this is happening in 1 month, and there's a lot going on. I feel like you're out, then you're a hermit, then you feel depressed about passed away and spirit things going on in the second half of January. So grief resurfacing in the second half of January, and then a holiday and a trip, and then being trapped again by the end of January. So Aries, just manage your time well, look after yourself, you're going to be just fine. It's just like there's a lot of different things going on in different areas of your life. I'm not just focusing on one area, I'm sort of covering the whole gamut of everything. So keep your head above water. If you need to have a rest, just have a rest. Simple as that. Okay, so enjoy your January, Aries, and I'll see you next month. Bye bye.